Hollywood elites absolutely despise you, and they are not afraid to tell that right to your face any longer. If you criticize one little thing about the crappy content that we continue to get from Hollywood, they will tell you F you and call you a toxic troll right to your face, which is exactly what the actress from She-Hulk does in this crazy interview that we're going to be taking a look at here. She-Hulk team explains the fourth wall-breaking finale and delivering an F you to toxic Marvel trolls, which, by the way, the final episode of She-Hulk was abysmal. The writing on it was terrible. The weird plot twist was so ridiculous on every level. But if I say that, that makes me a toxic troll, apparently, and they will completely just say, F you! For my opinion. So, She-Hulk's writers loved trolling the Marvel show's unoriginal critics. She-Hulk attorney at law's Tatiana Maslany says the writers relished the chance to make fun of the series' tired and unoriginal critics. In an interview with Variety, Maslany shared the head writer Jessica Gao knew from the outset how a certain sector of Marvel fans would view Jennifer Walters' She-Hulk as a woman, supposedly invading the MCU, which is just the most bullshit thing I've ever heard in my life. That is completely false. People just can't stand the fact that she is a horribly written feminist character, and that is all that she is. She is not a well-written character. Look at other characters that have been created, like Wonder Woman, Alita Battle Angel, Ripley. I could go on and on and on. These are all female characters that people love. People love these characters. It has nothing to do with the fact that she is a woman, but they don't actually want to deal with the actual criticisms coming from fans. They will just continue to say, oh, you just don't like the character because she's a female. She's a woman. When that is not at all what the actual criticisms are, but they don't really care. They will continue to stick with their narrative, and that's all that matters to them. She also said that the cast has had a lot of fun reading what trolls were saying online, while knowing the show's finale would make fun of some of their remarks verbatim. Jessica Gao is a genius and knows about the culture we're living in and her position in it when she's writing these stories about a woman superhero. She's not a genius. She has written an absolutely terrible show, and there's nothing genius about She-Hulk whatsoever. Maslany said she knows what that response is going to be. As a cast, it was delightful sending each other these troll responses like, OMG, give them a week and then they're going to literally see this pop up verbatim in the show and become the villains of the show. It was thrilling. That is not genius writing, okay? Anybody could write a show that takes snippets of what people on the internet say, make them the villain, and be like, haha, take that, you suckers. That is not genius writing at all. That is literally just you completely admitting, having total self-admittance that you are letting the criticisms of people living rent-free in your head. Meanwhile, you refuse to do anything about it. You refuse to actually write good stories. You refuse to actually create good characters. You just continue to do this time and time again. It's this weird cyclical thing that they continue to do, and it makes no sense whatsoever. Reading the script, it was so true. There's so much resistance to a woman just existing in that space of superheroes, which is bullshit. We had Black Widow for years and nobody had any problem with that whatsoever. She was a great character. She was well written. They didn't have to tell you, oh, by the way, this is a female character. Do you see our female in the show? In the movie, she's our female representation. They never had to do that. And people loved Black Widow. There's always going to be that. I sort of anticipated it. That's why I also feel it's important. There's such an entitlement to space held by certain people, and to even exist as She-Hulk is like an F you, and I love that. The star subsequently described how the writers being able to accurately foresee what internet trolls would say 3 years ago when the show started to be written demonstrates how stale their views are. Trolling the trolls apparently brought the actor great joy. Our writer's room opened 3 years ago. The fact that we were able to predict what the reaction was going to be, what a lot of the trolling comments were going to be, really shows how very tired and unoriginal these trolls are. That really tickled me, because the little troll that lives inside of me really loves trolling the trolls. This is all just so ridiculous, so cringe, just like the show on every single level. So anyway, with all that being said, let me know what you think about all this nonsense continuing to come after the finale of She-Hulk, which was absolutely terrible on every level. But let me know what you think in the comments below. Leave a like, subscribe, and I'll talk to you all in another video very soon.